Laughing at Strangers podcast, literal shit.
Your mom's a hoe. He does not have a PhD.
I'm gonna go to prison and have sex with a man.
She loved her nephews, Jack and James.
Airborne, take out a yield sign. This is great, I'm going to jail.
What the fuck do you want me to do?
You can call me Daddy Khaleesi.
I reckon if I have to.
Can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah. Welcome to Laughing at Strangers podcast. Again, I am Steve Marion, and with me as always is my lovely wife, beautiful lady, big old thick booty, sexy ass bitch sitting next to me, Cody.
Hi guys.
She is my wife.
Steve did that little oh yeah thing the other day to a guy that he seen at the store, and not one person responded.
And when I did that, it was at the store with a whole bunch of other people sitting there, and no one thought I would do it. They stuck my head out the window, and I said, "Can I get a oh yeah?" Really loud, and this woman that was talking to some guy I knew, and she just looked at me like she was not amused.
She was not amused.
Yes.
She wasn't amused in the slightest. Like,
No.
all of them just completely ignored him.
Like, oh God, just leave, Steve, just leave.
Yeah.
I was about to do it again. I said, "Can I get a oh yeah?"
Like, you're one of those people.
I hear something new and I try it for a while. I mean, I heard it off TikTok.
I don't think anybody else heard it anywhere but TikTok.
Yeah.
And now it's just dripped into other social media.
Yeah, when you start making it on TikTok. So my sayings, like every time you fart, a hobo gets a cigarette, comes to life.
I don't think it'll catch.
Yeah, and again, thank y'all so much for listening. I noticed we gotten new people from Czech.
Czech Republic.
Yeah, Czech Republic, can't read. I'm illiterate, can't do math. And
Can't do math.
And Australia and Iowa. Oh, we've already had them people.
That's in America.
You know what I mean.
Made it,
We have some people.
you made it sound like you were so far away.
Yeah, and we're starting to get a lot more
Iowa.
followers, so yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of TikTok, I heard a joke on there the other day that it wasn't really a joke, but I think I'm going to adopt it now.
Adopt
And
it.
I
Can
hope
you
that-
adopt a joke?
Yes. A saying, really. And I hope that you will forever use it because
Who,
this...
me?
Yes. Because the man was just like, everybody asked me how long my wife and I have been together. And I always tell him 84 years. And he paused a minute and she looked at him real funny and he goes, "Because I count in dog years because my wife's a bitch." And then he took off running and she was going to beat him.
See, why would I adopt that? You're not a bitch.
But it's funny.
Yeah, but if I call you a bitch, sometimes you take it to heart.
Yeah, sometimes I do.
That's why when you look at your wife, don't say, "Why are you being a bitch?" Don't say it that way. Look at her and go, "Why are you being a bitch?" You know? Why are you being a
We
little
got
bitch?
in the argument on Friday about where to eat dinner.
Stupidest argument. It's like, what we're going to fucking eat? And then we didn't really argue. It was kind of like we was both angry.
Yeah.
So we both had an attitude with each other.
Yeah, we both had an attitude. And I had told him to pick, and he picked
Which I did.
up
and
until we got there.
it was crowded. Both places were crowded. And I
Yeah.
told her, I said, "If you want to eat here, I will." She was like, "Ugh." So we went to another place.
I didn't want it to
crowded.
be-
I said, "If you want to eat here, I will." "Ugh, why can't you choose?" Well, I did choose, but she didn't like what I chose. It was Wendy's.
He always chooses Wendy's.
It's easy, and then you go through a drive-through, and then I
It's
get
the same shit over and over.
yeah. But I like doing is going to a drive-through, getting all the food that I want, big old fountain drink, no ice, because that's how they fuck you over. The drink comes out cold,
Conspiracy.
and don't be like what Cody did, thinking it does that with everything. Tea does not come out cold.
No, it doesn't.
But yeah, we'll sit there and just face the store, face the traffic, and just like watch literally live television.
Yeah, make fun of people.
Yeah,
Generally.
that's what we do. We do it on the podcast and in real life, but we keep it to ourselves when we do it in the parking lot.
We're only slightly creepy.
Yeah, I know. I like people watching. You never know what you're gonna see.
So you like watching people?
I do.
Oh.
I think if I had neighbors, I'd be that type of neighbor that literally stands in his yard.
We
with
do
a...
have neighbors. They're my family, though.
Well, I'm talking about neighbors that are interesting. I'd stand in my yard
My
with
family's not
binoculars.
interesting.
I mean, they have the same routine every day. It's nothing's different. When something's different, you're already out the window like, Yeah, I want like some neighbors I don't really know, and then I want a telescope just to watch them. Like, that guy's mowing his yard again. Must be a drug dealer.
What? Was it a drug dealer?
It's like, I think, because there's a woman down the road that we used to see all the time when we drove our motorcycles by. Well, she used to be there every day on the porch. One of two things has happened. She finally got TV, and now she stays inside, or she's dead.
Yeah.
Because the way I see it is that she disappeared after they got a brand new paved driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nicely paved.
And garage.
And garage. And concrete floor garage. She's gone, but the house keeps getting better.
Yeah. It's kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
Although earlier, speaking of being a drug dealer, we met our egg dealer at Walmart.
Yeah. Get them egg in my veins.
Yeah. No, I like farm fresh eggs rather than
I prefer
store
duck eggs.
eggs.
I think they both taste the same.
No, duck eggs are completely
I'm
different.
talking
than-
about the Walmart eggs and farm eggs.
No, they don't. If you ate one side by side, because I've done that before, I've had like 2 eggs in the same batch, and one
Was it
be
more
from the store.
yolkier?
It's richer. It just doesn't.
Richer?
And yes.
So you want your eggs more snobby.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I'm more
I guess.
yolky than them little hobos. I don't know. I'm being weird. I'm really sleepy.
It's very tired.
Yeah.
We had a slightly eventful weekend.
Yeah,
We had
our
an
week's
eventful
not that
yesterday.
eventful. Yeah, there's one guy that was pretty eventful. Week.
Yeah, well, he had
Day?
he had a pretty eventful afternoon. I
guess an hour.
Well, you don't know how long he was riding around.
Yeah.
But there was this guy. Please excuse me. There was this guy.
She fucking yawned.
I'm sorry.
I can't edit yawns.
I'm sorry. I can't help you.
I'm calm.
But
It's okay.
anyway,
Can't
my
edit those,
uncle said that there was this guy coming by on like a PT Cruiser or something.
Yeah,
like
with
that,
the roof down.
Yeah, with the roof down or roof off, and he was coming by and he was on his side of the road. My uncle's heading straight for him and had to swerve over really quick to miss him. And when he swerved over, a female head popped up from in the lap of the driver.
Yeah, he said he didn't see that woman until he passed, so
Yeah.
it says he was getting a good blowjob.
He was like, that's one hell of a way to wreck, I guess.
I tell you what, that is the hardest thing to do, especially in the Jeep we got now, because I was thinking about, like, hey, honey.
Who are you giving blowjobs to?
I'm talking about for you. Oh my God, it does sound wrong, don't it? You know what I mean?
You know,
the
it's
steering
so
wheel's in the way.
difficult
It really
these
depends
days.
on what vehicle you drive, and then whenever that does happen, you got to reach the pedals because you got to back your seat all the way, and I'm really short, so you got to back the seat all the way back, so you're tippy toeing them pedals.
Tippity-toe.
Nah, and then you're not really thinking how fast you're going because you're just gently tipping the pedal, and then yeah.
Not saying we've ever done that
Yeah, and if I was able to do that before, I'd do it at night. I would do it at night. They know it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Eh,
We're not the only ones in the world that's happened to.
I guess that's true. But we ended up going to Dave and Buster's with
Yeah,
my family. Well, my cousin and his girlfriend.
yeah. It was crowded as fuck. You see, when Dave and Buster's first come out, I thought that was like a bar and an arcade for adults.
Yeah.
But every time we go there, it's crowded full of fucking kids.
Yeah. I get really sick and tired of seeing children. No, but I mean, when you go to Dave and Buster's, to me, I thought of adult Chuck E. Cheese because you have real Chuck E. Cheese for children.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe Chuck E. Cheese is like really, really expensive. But I mean, Dave and
shitty.
Buster's is super expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, we easily spent well over $100.
It was just $50 to get the cards. No, $25 a piece to get 2 cards. Just
yeah,
for me
and they
and
had like
Cody.
170 something coins.
Yeah,
or chips
but
or
it's an
something.
odd number, so you only play an odd amount of games. So it makes you. It leaves you about 2 chips on there to like, hey, you should buy some more. But then you can only buy like a certain kind.
Yeah. So I mean, there's ways they make money, but it is really bothersome because the last time we went to Dave and Buster's in Florida, when we were either on our honeymoon or just on a vacation down there, I'm
I
not
think
really
it was
sure.
on honeymoon.
I think it was too. But we went down there.
Who
There were
honeymoons in Florida? We're white trash.
it was Disney.
Okay, I just say it. Where'd you go for your honeymoon? Florida.
I was in Florida.
The fuck?
We wanted to go get some gators.
Yeah,
But,
that's what it sounds like.
But we went down there and we went to Dave and Buster's and there were 2 school buses full of little
Yes.
children, like 4 to 6-year-old children, running around breaking all the machines and just acting like hooligans.
Yeah.
And it was awful.
And if anyone is with Dave and Buster's or knows somebody that's a big manager of Dave and Buster's, CEO, I don't give a fuck. Please, just make it to where only 18 and older can get in.
I guess you need to make a completely different restaurant
Yes,
chain for
because
that.
on the commercials and shit, all I've seen was like grown ass adults playing arcade games and drinking beer and getting drunk. Woo! But every time you go in there and get drunk, you gotta at least stumble around children.
Yeah.
And the children break all the fucking games. And then you can't get in there because there's a kid pulling on your shirt going, hey, mister, can I play? Fuck you, kid. You can't backhand them.
And you know that has to be expensive as hell to pay for all of your children
Yeah,
to
I
play
know.
games.
I mean, I have nothing against children. Yeah, play games all
I
you
do.
want. I'm just saying. But,
I'm just kidding.
but when you literally bringing your children to an adult bar.
I guess it's so then the adults can play too. I mean, because if you go to
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese, there's not really adult games to play.
Still, just leave your kids at home and let the other adults actually enjoy it. Couldn't play shit. I played a few games, but it's like, I just want to get out of here.
Yeah, it was fun though. I
Yeah.
mean, we had a lot of fun. We got to play a lot of games.
Once you get drunk while a child screams in your ear, that sounds like a fun night.
That's
Hey,
most.
honey,
That's
do you want to go to Dave & Buster's while our kids scream in our ears saying they want to go home? I mean, you get shit-faced and then try to drive home safely?
Did your parents not do that?
No, my parents don't get drunk and drive.
Oh, mine don't either.
Yeah. We may
Oh.
grew up poor, but we grew up smart.
I grew up slightly richer than you and
plus,
and trashy.
I've never seen my mom drink anything that was like over 8% alcohol. Like,
Nah, me and her had that moonshine that time in the McDonald's cup.
yeah, but
And we got locked in the closet.
not much though. I'm just saying, when I was younger, the only time I've ever seen her drink was wine coolers. And I love you, Mom, but sometimes when she drinks wine coolers, Sky comes out. She not Mama no more. She's Sky. She grab that cigarette and say, Mama. What are you doing? Mama ain't here, Sky.
Why would your mom sound like that?
Well, I don't know. It just when then she would start headbanging her long hair because she used to have hair all the way down to the back of her knees. I mean, she is short. I love you, Mama.
She's only
If she
4 foot
listened.
tall. She's gonna punch me in the face.
Yeah, if she listens to this one. But she had hair all the way down to the back of her knees. And she would drink these wine coolers, and then Sky would come out, and then she's literally just twisting her head banging, and all kids out there just going, something wrong, Mama. What's wrong with Mama? Sky's here, everybody run. Mama give you a hug. Sky will pants you in front of everybody at a barbecue. You know, I was very stupid enough to where I used to have these, I called them party boy pants. And what they were was basically pants with Velcro on the sides and back so you can rip them off you. Like how Party Boy done in Jackass.
How often did you need to rip them off of yourself, though?
Oh, when I found that pair, I loved them so fucking much. Then one day, at a barbecue, I happened to wear them with no underwear. Didn't think I'd be ripped off or me ripping them off anytime. I just figured like, hey, these are comfy, I'll wear these.
Oh, dear.
My aunt figured out what they were. And then grabbed the back of the belt loop and just ripped them. I was like, oh, shit! Yeah, you would think my mom would have done it. Yeah. And I run into the woods and just try to grab some stuff I find in there. And maybe some stuff off my little home
Why
teepee.
didn't you run inside?
Because I was going down steps when it was happening.
Oh.
Then I have to go back through all these people. I'd rather them see my bare ass than my nutsack.
You had a really
Men's-
interesting
yeah.
childhood.
Yep, men's nutsacks are not pretty. You ever look at a man's
You
balls?
were just a boy. They were.
I'm just saying, that sounds weird. You ever look at a man's balls? Well, any woman out there, if you ever look, every time I ever talk to the fuck? Every
You just
woman,
have a stroke?
I know. Every woman I ever spoke to always said that they never seen a pretty penis. I'm like, okay.
I mean, they're not. They're
I mean,
not
hell, when
inherently pretty.
I look at my balls and I'm like, ew, it looks like a chicken gizzard. Especially when you shave it like baby smooth, it's like, ew. God.
Like little gobblers on turkeys.
It does. It's like a long beak and a little gobbler.
Being a little gobbler.
Gobbler. But yeah, that was our week and off track, and yeah.
Yeah, it was. We only slightly almost died. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it was a lot of fun. Oh, and we also got we went to FYE and got.
I love that fucking store. I call it the nerd store.
Yeah, it's the nerd store. But anyway, we got a box of Korean snacks,
Mm-hmm.
and like one of our favorite snacks were these churros. They were like crystallized sugar on them. I mean, they kind of tasted like, I guess, how Pop's cereal is. The consistency
It
of
tastes like the
but
same
a
things
churro.
that Taco Bell give out.
Yeah, so they were really, really good. And
Cinnamon
then
twists.
I felt kind of lied to because when I looked at them today, it said it was a Spanish treat.
It don't matter. It's
So the
still
Koreans
good.
are ripping it off.
You know, it's still good.
Yeah.
Then we had bean paste.
It was okay.
Disgusting. They literally took like brown beans, made it into some kind of jello-looking paste in a bar, and made it look like a chocolate bar wrapped in a wrapper. But then when you open it up, it looks like a color of beans.
Although they do have the equivalent of a moon pie
Yep.
and a fig Newton
Yep.
and
They said it was a cheesecake, but it was a fucking fig Newton.
yes, fig Newton. And then they also had like an Oreo wafer, which while we don't fucking have those things,
Yeah.
I would never
It
know.
was Oreos, but it was a wafer.
Yeah, it was like, you
like
know,
a double wafer. And I was like, oh my god, it's so good.
like the chocolate or strawberry or vanilla wafer cookies that you
Yeah.
can get with the filling inside. They had Oreo ones dipped in chocolate. They were fucking amazing.
We ate the whole thing. Usually we
Yeah.
save half of it so we can
No.
tell somebody else.
And then they had a soda that was skim milk
It's like it was
and
milk.
melon.
It was milk and it was carbonated and it had melons in it.
It was actually really good. It was very refreshing.
It was okay.
I liked it.
It's not like I would be looking for that when I'm very thirsty.
But
I mean, I guess if I'm thirsty, I'd have to drink it. But I mean, if I want something for flavor, I wouldn't drink it.
I really liked it. And then they had like these little spicy something crunchy things. That were
They
actually
look
pretty
like the
good.
fucking pasta that you get at Walmart.
Like rigatoni.
It looks like deep fried rigatoni with something spicy on it. That's what it could be.
Maybe, I don't know.
Can
but
you
it was
deep
really
fry
good.
that stuff and eat it like that?
No, you can't deep fry pasta. Even though when they had that video showing the things that they put in the oil
Mhm.
to make the Taco Bell things out of, everybody thought that was the curly pasta. It's not. It's actual like bread dough. It's some kind of dough that expands, or corn or something that expands when you deep fry it. Because people tried deep frying the pasta and it was a very bad idea.
What's it do? Does it burn?
No, not necessarily. It just makes it like extra crunchy and greasy tasting.
That sounds good to me.
No, ew. No, it wasn't like puffy and crunchy. It
Oh,
was like,
okay.
like if you bite into a piece of spaghetti raw.
Yeah, I've done
Yeah.
that. You ever eat ramen raw?
No.
Is anyone out there eat ramen raw? I know I'm not the only one.
Are you waiting for their response?
I don't know
Nora?
why I am. I'm like, I'm the map. I'm the map.
Have you ever had ramen?
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
can't
y'all.
hear you.
It's been a long week, and I got to drive my Jeep today, and I'm kind of kaput.
It's kaput.
Yeah, I went grocery shopping in a Jeep. Do not go grocery shopping in an old style Jeep with leaf springs.
Nah.
It does not really protect your groceries like eggs and other soft items.
But they were okay though.
Every little hole or bump you hit, the back ass of that Jeep's gonna fly forward, drop back down, and make you bounce like a million times. It was horrible.
But it was pretty good weekend, pretty fun weekend. But going into our theme today, I was talking to somebody last week.
How to have sex in the car with chickens.
No, no, definitely not. I was talking to somebody who was born in a different time, and she was okay.
Sorry.
She was born in the, I'm gonna say, between the 30s and 40s. We'll just
Back
say
when the
that.
prohibition was happening. Is that right?
I can't. I don't think prohibition was over by then.
Oh,
But I'm not really sure.
the Holocaust?
No. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't, when did that happen? I don't know times.
Ha!
Anyway.
Ha! You're not as smart as me with history, are you?
Okay, when was it then?
I don't know.
Well, see? Then you don't fucking know
That's
either.
why I asked you.
Oh. What?
I
Anyway.
think this is why I'm only thing I'm married, because I wouldn't get far. I don't know how to pay my bills, because I don't know where the fuck they go. She cooks for everything for me, so I'm staying alive because of that. I got someone to love me, and I'm not beating someone's face off because I'm having sex with her, so all my sexual rage is not coming out to a stranger in McDonald's.
I like his sexual rage.
Yeah.
It's my thing.
Can you imagine me being so horny and me trying to order some Wendy's? And I just get so mad, I just start just humping the burger. They need to make a commercial like that. Sexual
Why?
rage? Come to McDonald's. We have the best pussy burgers. Can you just
Oh,
imagine
God.
somebody literally just fucking a burger in the middle of McDonald's? Someone make a TikTok.
No.
Stat.
Don't make a TikTok. Anyway.
And then while you're doing it, shout, "Can I get a whole yeah?" It's
Anyways.
exactly in Mickey Mouse's voice.
So.
Wait a minute. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
I don't know, Patrick.
Go ahead.
Anyway. So, I was talking to her, and we were talking about, ailments and things back in the day when we didn't have such updated technology when it comes to...
Kind of like when you got a headache, you screw a hole into your forehead and it makes the pressure go away.
It was actually in your temple.
Yeah.
And they would just poke a hole in it.
Into your forehead, a temple?
No, this is the temple. This is the forehead. I'm showing him. He doesn't know.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway, so also tip for parents that I just learned today on TikTok too, really quickly.
Yeah, that's funny.
This woman said that her mom used to put Vicks Vapor Rub on her chest, under her nose, and on her temples when she was younger to help make her feel better. Well, as an adult, she could still continue to do that, and she was in front of her mom, and she done that, and she was like, "Honey, why do you put it on your temples? Doesn't that burn your eyes?" And she goes, "Well, yeah, it does, but I mean, that's what you used to do when I was a kid." She goes, "Oh, sweetie, no, I used to just put it on your temples so that way it would burn your eyes and make you have to close them, and so then that way you just go to sleep." So, if you ever want your kids to go to sleep when they're not feeling well, put Vicks Vapor Rub on their temples.
I can tell you something that a guy told me once before. I think it was one of my stepfathers. Not one of them. Jimmy.
One of my
I don't know why I said one.
stepfathers.
It's my stepfather. That sounds awful. It was my stepfather. And he said...
She hasn't found a rich one
I saw
yet.
him one time. He had a stuffy nose. So he took Vicks and stuck it on a Q-tip. And he stuck it up his nose. And wiped it around in a circle on both sides. I'm like, why do you do that? And he goes, I learned this while I was in the military. He says, you do this, you better smell a pie from a mile away. Bad wording for a man is kind of chunky. But still.
Smell of pie. Why would you need to have that kind of a sense of
I don't
smell
know,
in the
but if you ever get a
military?
stuffy nose, do stick it up your nose, and it burns. But it's like, yeah! I can smell every fucking thing. Yeah.
Anyway, so our theme is just the weird things that people used to do that they thought was medicine because why the fuck not? Nobody's proven them
Yeah.
wrong yet. So.
Like how you, like in the olden days, they used to masturbate so they can get rid of the white demons.
No, that's not.
No, I just made that up.
Oh.
Look, can you imagine the first person that done that and something come out and they'd be like, them are demons. Little souls.
Technically. Well,
They are technically little souls.
one of them's a soul.
Some of them are demons.
Guess which one's a soul? You'll never know. Anyway, so when it says I swallow your soul, never mind.
Swallow your soul!
Never mind.
Oh my god.
That's-
Oh my god. Wait. You gotta get the mental image.
Oh, Jesus.
Giving someone a blowjob.
Uh-huh.
You're going at it and he's like, and you're like, I don't know how they do it. And, well, how you do it.
Are you never present?
I'm out. I'm literally just enjoying the moment. And just imagine before you're getting ready to blow that lovely load, the woman looks up and crosses her eyes and goes, I swallow your soul! I love it.
Well, you're never getting it. I'll tell you that much.
Has anyone... Okay, I don't know. What's that movie called?
Well, honey, I have no idea.
It was on that movie, the first one. The guy cuts off his hands with a chainsaw.
Oh, not Jigsaw. Saw?
No.
No?
He cuts off his own hand because it's about to kill him, and he replaces it with a chainsaw, and he goes around
Oh,
killing.
Ash versus Evil
Yes,
Dead.
Ash versus Evil Dead, the first one. And there's a weird demon thing in there, and comes out and goes, I swallow your soul, I swallow your soul. That's what I'm picturing her giving somebody a blowjob.
Gotcha.
That's why it's funny to me.
Gotcha.
Okay, but yeah, lead it on.
Anyway, so we were talking, and she basically said that the answer to any issue medically that you had was pooping it out. And I was like,
I wish I worked now. You got COVID? Shit it out.
Yeah. Well, see, she said that every time they felt sick or a tummy ache or like allergies or anything like that, their mom would give them castor oil, which immediately makes you, well, not immediately, but it makes you
Is castor
shit.
oil the motor oil?
No. I mean, it's a brand. Never mind.
It's probably the same shit.
No, it's not the same
Literally.
shit. But anyway, castor oil. Then she even said that her mom was known as the Enema Lady in the town, like, because everybody asked her to come give their children enemas when they were sick. So she's not a doctor at all, just some random housewife.
Back then, what did they use to give enemas?
Like a tube.
Well,
Like a beer funnel.
Are you shitting me?
I don't know.
What they pour down them funnels?
Just
Hot
water,
water?
I guess.
Hot
No.
water?
I've heard people do coffee enemas.
Are you shitting me?
No, I mean.
Literally.
Pun intended.
I would love to pour coffee down my ass.
I really don't know why they do it.
You
But
take,
anyway.
wait a minute. Does it give you the same caffeine high like it does?
I
Think about it. You drink coffee, wakes you up in the morning. Okay, I got caffeine in me now. Well, if you need an enema and you're sleepy, do the coffee enema. Get the caffeine, because people drink beer using their butts. And they get fucked up doing that way, so.
Not smart people, but people.
Well, the same people that put tubes up their ass to make them poop better? It's okay. It's not okay to stick a tube up your ass to make you drink better?
Well, I don't know.
Eventually, they're going to make it to where if your mouth's sewn shut, or if you're in some kind of. Oh, what if you're in some kind of accident? Do they stick a tube up your ass and make you eat that way?
No.
I don't know.
They would give you a IV and to give you the nutrients you need.
What if you need hard foods?
Your SOL. I don't know. Ask a nurse this.
Nurse, do you feed people up their butts? If you are a nurse, please let me know.
Your mom's gonna be like, Steven, stop this.
I bet there's a procedure out there shoving some kind of ground up chicken or meatloaf up someone's ass.
But it's not gonna get to your stomach that way.
If the tube's long enough.
Chicken doesn't absorb into your
Colon? Does it go in your colon?
Yeah, well, I mean, that would.
Your
yeah,
kidneys?
I mean, your kidneys.
Chicken
no.
does absorb in your kidneys? If you stick it on my urethra, it will.
Ew.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of that, before you continue, I was on Facebook and I was scrolling around. You know how they see them ads and stuff like that? Well, there was an ad on there for Wish, and it showed some kind of long, almost like a wire that was purple, and on the end of it, it was really big with buttons. I was like, what the fuck is that? I got curious and clicked on it. It's a fucking vibrator for men that they stick down their pee hole and then turn it on and it vibrates. That made my knees weak and made my balls ache thinking about sticking like that wiry rubber looking thing down my pee hole just so it'd vibrate. The things that people do today just to get them off.
Yeah, it's nuts. Sorry. But, well, going on with that, one of the procedures that they actually had for impotence.
Well, like you can't get your dick hard?
Yeah.
I'm about to say you can't get your dick wet. That's impotence.
No,
You can't, it's both ways.
But apparently one of the things that they thought would work.
Sorry, that's my computer.
Yeah, what they thought would work was basically electricity.
Actually does work. They have something for ED. And they actually shock the base of your taint and your base of your cock.
So they still do it.
Yeah, technically, and it
okay.
works for ED.
Well, this one says.
That's my computer.
This
Let's
one
put
says.
this bitch on mute, shall we?
Yeah, sounds a good idea. Some doctors introduce galvanic baths or bathtubs filled with electrodes, which were supposed to restore sexual drive in just 6 sessions. Others.
That's the commercial.
Really?
Yes, on the 107.5.
Yeah, because I've heard him say that.
And it talks about like a couple sessions. Your dick will probably get harder and bigger. Just let me shock it.
And then it says others took an even more localized approach, where rods with currents running through them were placed inside the man's urethra.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
You imagine if they let too much power go to it and it basically fries your urethra, then you got to pull it out.
But the thing about it is the treatment would last for 5 to 8 minutes and would be repeated once or twice a week.
That is torture.
Yeah.
And who repeats that? If you do it the first time, what fucking crazy asshole would go all the way back just to do that?
I'll be back Thursday.
Like, where you going, honey? Get my dick shocked. Like,
I'm doing this for you, babe.
My dick's a bad boy. He's getting an electric chair today. They make a chair for your sack to sit in and then shove rods down your pee hole. It's like I heard about somebody that they got people now on videos fingering men's pee hole. Yeah. Can you imagine a woman sticking a finger down a man's pee hole? No.
I mean, if you do like that, more power to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I'm not judging, but no fucking way.
I'm happy for you, but I'm not gonna do that to him.
If someone said, chop my dick off or stick their finger down my pee hole, I say, chop it off.
Do I get to keep it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can
I
make
just
it.
put it in a jar.
Put it in a jar.
Yeah,
With olives.
Yeah, with the like olives or with the olive juice.
With the olives.
With the olives. Nobody will know. Would you like an olive? What is
Until they're all
this?
gone.
Hi, you got dicked. You got pickled dick. It's pickled dick.
Instead of my
Anyway.
dick in the box, it's my dick in the jar. What's in the box? What's in the jar?
But also
My
going
dick,
along
bigger.
with the sexual.
What? Oh, you thought I said the N-word?
Yes, I was
No.
like, Steve.
I said bigger.
Anyway.
I'm a white boy. I will get shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Not saying that they all carry guns, but I will get shot.
Anyway, going.
Actually, I've been
stop.
given the end card by a buddy of mine. He said I can say it, and then I think I ruined it the first time. Austin gave me the card. He said it to me. I'm like, dude, can I say it? He goes, I'm good. Fuck. I said it wrong. I said it with the ER.
Yeah,
He's
no.
like, you said it wrong. I was like, how are you supposed to say it? Because you say it with an A. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
because you're growling at him. It's mean. So I was like, okay.
I forgot what comedian said that. That's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. But
That's what he said to me the other day at work.
really,
Yeah.
oh my god, you said it wrong. You took the card back.
I whispered it out in his ear, and he's like, you still said it wrong. I said, it's my lisp. It sounds like I'm saying it.
Anyway,
Can you hear this? Sorry, I will listen to it later and see if you can hear this. I'm playing with a little vial.
I don't know where he found it.
Yeah, it was on my desk, so I was like, I love it. Oh, it is. You can't hear it because listen, everybody be quiet. Yeah, you was loud. Shut up. Yeah, see, it does play. All right. So I'm looking at little lines that when you talk, because it goes up and down.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. What you got?
So anyway, as I was saying, also when it comes to it, they were talking about all of the different. Would you stop? All of the different medical things having to do with genitalia. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of the hysteria that women would go through, and how they cured it.
What is
was,
hysteria? Explain that to me.
Well, basically, how they said it.
I'm an average American. I do not understand what the hysteria is.
Well, basically, what it comes down to is they were irritable and.
So, a wife is being a bitch.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I said it wrong. Why are you being such a bitch?
Anyway, so.
Do you need to be... From now on, when you're a bitch, I'm going to be like, do you just need to fuck?
Well, basically, what they said was.
I'm going to throw a dildo at you and be like, fucking stop it. Go fix it.
I would expect you to help.
Of course.
But anyway.
For about 10 minutes, and I go back to my TV.
Okay, that's fair enough. As long as you get the job done, I don't care how long it takes.
I don't know. For you, sometimes... It sometimes it depends what day it is.
Yeah.
If I start it and you're not in the mood, it's maybe like really long time. But if you are in the mood and I touch buttons, you're like
Touch buttons.
seconds away.
Well, sometimes you work me right, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
The combination changes every day.
You just got to know how to flick the Pintas.
Pintas.
The Pinto.
Oh my
The lima bean.
God.
Flicking a bean.
What did you say that it was a scared
It was a scared lima bean.
or something like that?
It's like a little button. It just runs away. It's so slippery.
Oh my god. Anyway, so it says in the 19th century, doctors introduced a vibrator, which was first advertised as a cure for a catch-all female disease known as hysteria.
That's the only women got it.
Uh-huh.
I know some men with some hysteria.
Hysteria was believed
Some of them need to get laid.
to cause any numbers of maladies, including anxiety, irritability, sexual desire,
Huh.
insomnia, faintness, and a bloated stomach. So almost every woman showed some symptom.
If you have a bloated stomach, I think you've already cured your little hysteria.
Well,
Your preggers.
no, because Because you can just be bloated in general.
Wait a minute, so is that where the queefing comes in? Makes you unbloated?
No, it's just people get, like, you feel bloaty after you eat nachos.
Yeah, so why do you feel bloated? Because you're horny.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's just, they didn't know how to be doctors back then.
Okay.
So, but it said that the condition traced its roots back to ancient medical theories about wandering wombs, where a displaced and discontented uterus caused women ill health.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but what they called it was the treatment, a pelvic massage.
A pelvic. Wait a minute, did doctors do it for you?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That would induce
How much
hysterical...
did you have to pay back then for that?
I don't know. Hysterical paroxysm, also known as orgasm. This job lay with Victorian doctors who manually massaged women. In an effort to spare the doctors this work, one ingenious practitioner named Joseph Mortimer Granville, thank you, sir, created
Thank you, sir.
created a
I salute you.
steam-powered electromechanical medical instrument nicknamed the manipulator.
The manipulator.
The device allowed women to give themselves home massages, allowing them to cure their wandering wombs.
I bet no one left the house anymore. And that's how they discovered themselves. Can you imagine going to the doctor or having a normal conversation like, hey, how you been? Well, how's the kids? How are the kids? Yeah, they're doing good. I have hysteria. Oh, okay. Well, lay down on the table. Let me go ahead and get this for you. Okay, pull your pants down. Okay, so tell me about your day as you're rubbing your little shy lima bean. It's like you're making this, and all of a sudden you're talking about your day and you're...
I just want to know how they went about it and were able to... I couldn't.
Did they finally do it? Were they closing their eyes, or was it quiet? Was it like, that's good. Oh, I'm gonna go smoke.
I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine knowing what that is now. I guess back in the day, like, men didn't care if women got off or not, so they just kind of...
Yeah, I know a lot of men anyway that just don't give a shit. They usually just kind of get theirs and just roll over.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I think
love
you
you.
know some too.
I probably do.
Yeah, not personally.
No.
I mean, not like it's happened to her.
No.
Yeah. I'm not
No.
saying you're going around doing something.
You're very attentive.
I am. I make sure she finishes first. Like in one of my podcasts, I explain very angrily. Make sure the woman finishes first.
Very angrily? Why were you angry?
Remember, we was talking about it.
All I know is nice guys really do finish last.
Yeah. I don't even know what episode that was. Whatever it
I
is,
don't
go
either.
back to if you haven't heard it.
But some of the other things that I found that were just really weird once looking up medical things was that to cure malaria...
And that's when you drink dirty water?
Uh,
It's when you throw up and do a diarrhea.
I don't know. It's really over in, like, Africa and, like, jungly places.
Yeah, with
and
the, what is it
I
called?
think India,
The,
too.
and sucks your blood. Mosquitoes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. There's a guy here that had it. Well, he's dead now. Not because of malaria.
Okay.
But because of old age.
Yeah, he
But
got
anyway.
malaria. How'd he die? Oh, old age.
Old age. But basically how they cured it, a Roman physician in the 3rd century told them to write the word abracadabra over and over on a piece of paper with one less letter on each line until the letters formed a triangle with just an A at the bottom. Then they had to tie the paper with flax and wear it around their necks for 9 days before tossing it into an east-running stream. If that didn't work, they were supposed to rub themselves with lion fat.
I think I would just go ahead and do the second one. Because I don't like doing homework. The doctor sends me home with homework. I'm not going to do it.
Abracadabra?
I don't know. Maybe it just got her mind off doing it.
I don't know.
Maybe they think, okay, the first one roots out all the fakers. If you think you have malaria, this right here will make you like, I don't have malaria no more. I don't want to do this.
Well, that's kind of like typhus. In the 10th century, they would tell a patient to go outside, write a prayer on a piece of paper, and then hold it over their left breast.
What about the right one?
Apparently just the left one needs to be fixed. I don't know. I guess because their heart, so that way the prayer worked harder. I don't know. It's just like, Jesus, help it. I mean, How long was it a certain number? Like, you know how you go to college now and it's like 400 words per essay? Like, did you have to have so many words in the prayer? Please, 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 Jesus, take the typhus away.
I'm just writing down why.
Why?
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 And by the way, quick question. What the fuck is typhus?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I didn't look
Is
it up.
serious?
I think so, yeah. Most of these things are pretty serious, and they just kind of fucked around with it.
Question. If you have typhus, God most likely gave it to you because you're a bad person.
Well, no, that's not necessarily
I don't even know what typhus is. It could be something horrible, sexually transmitted. Dogs give it to you. I don't know.
Dogs give it to you?
I feel like typhus does something with your body. Like all diseases.
Well, yeah, most. It's an infectious disease caused by rickets.
What the fuck is rickets? Is that the stuff the British people play?
Or no, yeah, no, that's cricket.
Oh.
Well, rickets, I don't know how to say it. It's also called spotted fever. It's characterized by a purple rash, headaches, fever, and usually delirium, and historically a cause of high mortality during wars and famines. There are several forms transmitted by vectors, such as lice, ticks, mites, and rat fleas.
Okay,
So like the plague.
Like the after plague.
It was the after plague. Not the first plague, but the after plague.
It's like, there's still a little plague left over. Gives me rickets.
Well, I'm not saying no, rickets is an actual disease in itself too, but it's just I didn't know how to say it.
I couldn't say I have rickets without smiling. What's wrong with you, sir? I have rickets. I couldn't say it without smiling.
Oh,
I could not be a doctor.
no, you could. Although, sorry, you could always use cocaine or heroin to fix things.
Yeah, back then they did. Doctors just prescribed cocaine and heroin willingly. Like, hey, did you do it? Did you have enough cocaine today?
Yeah, actually, one of the reasons that they started using it was because they realized that if they used a few drops of it in liquid form in a person's eye, it caused less bleeding and was almost like an anesthetic. So they decided.
Is that true?
Yeah, it said it made the eye immobile and desensitized to pain and caused less bleeding at the site of the incision, making eye surgery much less risky. And then it said that
They still use it?
No. Soon cocaine was being used in both eye and sinus surgeries, which is kind of funny because they cause sinus issues.
That's fucking good.
Now, but marketed as
Imagine
a treatment.
waking up and say, "What's wrong with you?" I thought you gave me a shitload of cocaine.
Marketed as a treatment for toothaches, depression, sinusitis, lethargy, alcoholism, and impotence.
I can see that.
I can see that.
Yeah, cocaine probably does all that. It's like back then they used to put real cocaine in Coca-Cola.
Yeah, and also they sold it as a tonic, a lozenge, a powder, and even used it in cigarettes.
I can see cocaine being a cigarette.
They were you could purchase them for just 50 cents a box as tablets.
Cocaine?
Yeah, and it
Holy shit!
And then it said it offered relief for everything from hay fever, catara. I don't know if that catara.
Okay, if they had made all that shit back then, the government must have been making that to give out to the doctors, give to people. So the government has to have a surplus that's stored in some kind of warehouse filled with tablets of freshly made cocaine.
Freshly made.
I'm just saying, it's not like that
Fresh
stuff
out the
everybody's
oven.
dying on the streets.
Fresh out the oven.
Fresh out of the oven. I guess, is that how they make cocaine?
No.
Put in the oven, dry it out?
I don't. I have no idea.
I'm
pretty sure not.
Yeah. I know, ain't chocolate made out of the same plant? There's a long pause there. Sorry about that.
I don't think so. I don't. I don't.
Guys, I heard the chocolate, like is
the
good,
leaf or something.
but the leaf off the cocoa plant is what is cocaine, I think.
Cocaine. I have no idea.
I really don't know.
I don't know anything about that.
That's why they call it cocaine, because it comes from the cocoa plant.
I will make sure to ask my local crackhead
Yeah.
how they produce such wonderful things.
Well, next time we're in town, we'll just go around like, hey, crackhead.
Hey, yo, crackhead.
How do you produce cocaine? Well, I go behind the dumpster, and I do my duty, and they give me a bag. What is your duty?
Playing everyone else's duty.
Oh, we're fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so also some more things that I found were in ancient Rome, people thought they could treat rabies, and apparently anyone bitten by a mad dog should be treated by having their wound cut open and covered with raw veal.
Wouldn't that make the dog come back? Like, holy shit, he's okay with it.
Maybe.
He tastes even better than the last time I bit him.
Then the patient should eat a diet of lime and hog's
Like,
fat.
is it talking about limes or like lime, like dirt?
I think like dirt.
Rock lime or whatever.
Yeah. And then the patient would then drink a concoction made with wine and boiled badger poop.
The wine would be fine, but the boiled badger poo, maybe not.
How many badgers
You're literally
do you
drinking
know?
a wine slurry diarrhea.
Like, ooh.
Like a diarrhea slurry with
Ooh.
wine in it.
Mm.
Come on, they don't pick out, because all that poop must melt in there, and then they just pick out the little seeds.
Ew.
It's like, here's
I
some
want to know
slurry.
who's the one that's collecting the badger poo.
Probably the guy that has to drink it.
Sorry, you're going to have to go do this yourself.
I'm a doctor, and my hands need to be sterile for the next massaging.
Yeah, for
Of
the
a
next
pelvic.
hysteria outbreak. I gotta get ready for this. I need a breath mint.
Condoms for your fingers.
In 1743, German anatomist Lorenz Heister wrote down treatment options for Bible cysts, which appeared on the hands or wrists. They included strapping a bullet that had killed an animal to the cyst or touching it with a dead man's hand.
Can you imagine someone going to a funeral? I'm so sorry about your loss. While they're grabbing her husband's hand
Gotta
and
shake
just
his hand.
touching her body. Like, what are you doing? I'm so sorry about your loss. I have a couple of cysts that's been bothering me. I've been waiting for him to die. I heard he was dying. Thank
But
God.
it says one of the treatments he recommended, hitting it with a heavy book, is still in use today. That's why they're called Bible cysts. The Bible was supposedly a good book to whack them with because it's so big.
So wait a minute. They burst when you whack them with a book?
I reckon so.
I'll just use a hammer or a ruler.
Maybe they don't have those things. I don't know. In 1743, I guess they did have hammers
rock.
and stuff, but I don't know. I guess because it was, Jesus will heal it. Whap!
Hell, a flip flop. They had to have some kind of sandal back
They
there.
didn't have chanclas in Germany.
What do they call it? A smog? A wooden shoe? What is that? A fog?
A clog.
A clog. A smog, a flog, a clog.
You were close.
Yeah.
And then also, the cure everything from arthritis to impotence was radium.
Ain't that like something from a nuke? A radiant?
Pretty much, yeah. Was once considered a legitimate medical treatment. The ailments it supposedly cured included arthritis, impetus, and aging.
Wait a minute. You telling me if I go around a nuclear bomb, I won't age as fast? But then again, it would stop you aging. You just pretty much die.
Yeah, you die right then. It says, now that we know that radium doesn't cure aging, it puts people at risk of radiation sickness. Users of that also had arsenic and lead leach out into their water, which wasn't great.
That's pretty bad. Hey, quick fact, tidbit real quick. Did you know when a person dies, their hair and nails continue to grow?
A lot of people knew that already.
Okay.
I did, anyway.
You did?
I did.
Oh.
I knew that.
Well, if y'all didn't know that, bravo for you.
Apparently, if you have chapped hands, put sour cream in a cloth and bury it outside overnight, then unearth it and apply the sour cream the next day.
That's nasty.
Like,
I'll tell you what really works if you have dry, cracked hands, especially because of like cement. Let's say you got cement on your hands or something like that. Mustard. That works with sunburns too. You know why? Because it's vinegar based.
So why not just use vinegar?
I don't know. I just never heard anyone put vinegar on your sunburn. I've always heard because vinegar is watery. You might as well use something that's like close to lotion. So mustard.
Oh, and since we're nearing close to an end on this one. Speaking of vinegar, also when you go to the store, and you know how most stores have generic brands of things, make sure that if you are reaching for white vinegar to cook with, to not grab ammonia.
See, why do they put ammonia and vinegar in the same aisle on the same shelf?
Well, they didn't. This was at home.
Oh, okay.
Another person I was talking to was talking about making coleslaw for a big function, and so when they asked the person to go get it, underneath the sink in their home, it was the two of the same bottles, same packaging color, everything, same writing, everything, because it was the same off-brand company that produced it. one was white vinegar and one was ammonia. So they grabbed the ammonia and put that in the coleslaw, and luckily took a little tiny bite of it before they put it away and realized, oh shit, we made a big mistake, but could have killed probably a lot of people.
What do you think ammonia tastes like?
She said not good.
Ain't ammonia like piss?
No, it's like bleach.
I've always heard there's ammonia in some pisses.
I mean, bubbles. It could be.
Mayonnaise, an instrument. Sorry.
But I thought that was crazy that she was making a huge batch of coleslaw.
Did you know if you mix bleach and ammonia together, it makes some sort of mustard gas that they use in the military?
Yes.
And it can cause a lot of irritation, even death?
You also should not mix vinegar with bleach.
Really? Why is that?
Make another kind of gas.
Did you know you shouldn't also use, what do you call it? I think...
We watched how to watch napalm the other day, and I forgot how to make it.
Napalm. Oh.
Yeah, we were watching how to make different things, or how they made certain things, and it was an accident, and somebody accidentally made napalm. But
It was
showed
bleach and pneumonia.
ammonia. No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It was bleach and ammonia.
No, because it was something sticky. It had to be something sticky.
It's sticky.
Yeah, because napalm's sticky.
It...
Because it melts to you, pretty much. And then, like, it burns as it melts to you.
No,
That's why
no,
it was so
that
bad.
wasn't that. It was talking about it's legal to have flamethrowers.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it
it was
that's
talking
what
about,
it
we
is.
was watching Stain about crazy things. It's actually legal in the United States to have flamethrowers.
Yeah, you
and
can get them
even-
at, like, a farming store.
Yeah, farming store, and you can even in some states actually get a hold of napalm. Ain't that insane? That's what they use in the military.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine, like, how do you explain that? When you go, like, what do you say you need it for?
I got some fucked up plants near my house. I weed eat. They don't go away. I want napalm them bitches.
These fucking squirrels are getting on my nerves. There's Charlie everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Hell, listen, when we got home, I got home a little bit ago. I was taking a Jeep out for a ride to my brother's, and I went out there to get my dip real quick, and there was something moving around in the woods, so I had to shoot a couple times with the shotgun in the woods. You know, when I do that to my neighbors, I probably look insane. Because I go to the Jeep, and all of a sudden I use my phone, and then Cody brings out the shotgun to me, take 2 shots in the woods blindly, and then just walk back inside. So I looked fucking insane when I did that. It's like, hey, honey, shotgun me. And she running out there barefooted. Here you go, baby. You want me to make you hot dogs? I said, yeah. Boom,
Okay,
boom.
just because I sound like that doesn't mean you should make fun of me.
Here you go, baby.
And
You want me to make a hot dog?
And I did make your hot
She
dog.
did. She made me delicious hot dogs. I love hot dogs. We've been buying this new brand that we found. We usually get Frank's.
It's not new.
It's not new, but it's old. But we usually get like Frank's, ballpark Frank's and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do like them. Don't get me wrong. They're good. But we've been getting these Nathan's hot dogs.
Yeah, so I see what the hype is about.
Yeah,
they're really
that shit
good.
is good. Like, it is like different. Like, yeah, the Frank's, they swell up and stuff. And I don't like them boiled. I'm not really a good boiled hot dog guy.
I like them boiled.
I tell you something you can do. Take a lager, like a beer, but it has to be a lager, seasonal lager. Nothing citrusy. I don't think that'd be good.
Yeah.
And put it in a pot, and then boil your hot dogs in the beer.
Yeah.
Beer hot dogs. They are fucking delicious.
Ooh, better yet, do bratwurst.
Bratwurst with beer.
Bratwursts are fucking amazing.
Yes. And then another thing, when you cook a hamburger, pour some Jack on that bitch.
I haven't done that.
I've done that at the apartment when we was there. I had a whole bottle of Jack Daniels, and we was cooking hamburgers inside.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of and the entire time it was on the pan, we was just going around literally just taking shots and pouring it on there, and putting a lid on top of it so all that steam kind of goes back down. It don't really evaporate too quickly. Oh, that shit was good. You taste the Jack. It's like a burger that made you fucked up.
You should have made a sauce out of it.
I don't know. Grease with liquor?
Well, not grease, but I mean, if you would have had a hot pan and put the alcohol in with like some sugar and...
I bet that would have been good.
Yeah, it would have been really fucking good.
I'm not a chef like you. We was basically drunk, and we was like, let's put Jack on the burgers.
Drunk is when I make my best things.
Yeah. Wine is good in everything. You can put wine in a lot of food and it'll be good. But putting liquor in food, it's not going to... I don't know, rum cake is good. And then them fucking moonshine balls you made before. God, they would make it come in your mouth. She makes these chocolate balls. What they have them almonds?
They're like bourbon balls, but they're made with moonshine instead of bourbon.
Yes, and literally you can eat 3 of them chocolate balls, and it'll get you tipsy as fuck.
Yeah, because it's not cooked out.
You don't cook that out. Like you drink, you eat it, and it's like chocolate. Then you get the kick of the moonshine. It's like, whoa, give me some more. It's amazing.
They are pretty good.
Yeah.
Although today I made deviled eggs because I've been craving deviled eggs since Friday.
Yeah, gave me the shits because I was out on a Jeep and it shook it all up inside me. It was pretty bad.
But I decided that I wanted something different because, most generally deviled eggs just have like mustard, a little bit of vinegar,
Yep.
mayonnaise, and salt and pepper.
Oh,
in it.
God.
Some people put...
Sorry. My belly was in the way.
Some people put relish. But instead of doing relish, I did 14-day pickles, which are sweet and vinegary. So I chopped those up, put those in there, and then I made candied bacon
Oh, yeah.
and chopped that up and put it in there. Best fucking shit ever.
Yeah, it was a good shit, too.
It was so good. I haven't yet,
I
so-
pooped. I'm about to go eat some more before I take a shower.
Yeah, there's like 3 left.
Yeah, it's really good. So
Yeah.
y'all need to try that out. And do the beer hot dogs. You would love it. I promise you.
So,
Hell, do it in Bud Light. It'd be just as good.
next time, cooking with Steve and Cody.
Yeah, just literally try different things with alcohol. But I'm telling you, if you can figure out how to make them chocolate moonshine balls, oh my God, it's so good. And don't cook out the moonshine.
Yeah, don't cook it out.
But that is all we have for you today, folks.
Yep.
And I hope y'all gave me an oh yeah, or
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
a whispered it, a thought of it. I don't know. I don't even know where the fuck that comes from. Like TikTok. So whoever made it up on there, I just heard people say it.
Yeah.
But again, thank y'all so much. It was lovely having y'all, and thank you for all the love and support I've been getting.
Yes.
And yeah, and I am still trying to figure out how the fuck to put ads on this so I can make a little money off this podcast. Just at least enough to get a new fucking mic. But yeah. But again, thank y'all for the love y'all been giving us. As y'all been spreading the word and everything like that of Jesus.
No.
Of laughing at strangers, and I like to make a shout out to some of the people that's been helping. Michael. I mean, a lot of other people have been helping. Mainly Michael. He's doing really well, and
And
Cheyenne, and all my
And-
family, and
I can't remember what she said that her best friend at work's name is. I think it was Austin. I'm not really sure.
Austin.
I can't remember, but he listens
Doug?
now too. No, it's not Doug. Well, no, Doug's listening too. Hi, Doug.
Yeah,
And his
if you're
wife.
listening to it, Doug,
Yeah,
Doug
if you
is
guys
wife.
listen to it. But it's Cheyenne's best friend at work.
I want to.
I think it's Austin.
Let's
I'm not
just
really
leave
sure.
it at that. Let's just leave it at that. We
But
do
thank
that.
you for listening.
Yeah, and thank y'all for listening so much. Continue to tell everyone. And plus, I mean, it's not like we're an amazing, entertaining show. We
Hell no.
are funny. We are. I mean, plus
We think we're funny.
What background noise?
Yeah, I mean, we kill an hour of your fucking boring workday.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
Yeah, and or an hour ride. So yeah, but I'm glad we helped out, and thank y'all so much for listening and enjoying us. We will continue to do this as long as we possibly can. I'd like to be the longest running podcast. That would be kind of neat. Baby, I don't even know what's the longest one now.
I have no idea.
Me neither. But again, thank y'all so much. And this is Laughing at Strangers. So y'all have a good week. And we'll
Yep.
see y'all next week.
Y'all have a great week. Bye.
Bye.